In this video, we're going to be showing y'all the new 8 formations that we got with the recent update in NCAA 25. We're going to be telling y'all which playbooks have these formations and give y'all a look of what they look like on the field. Starting off with the gun bunch quads open, you can find this in Texas Tech and Western Michigan. Give you a quick little look at the plays that they have available. And then again, I'll show you more or less what they look like on the field. I'm not going to really go into depth on like do this or do that with the plays. This is just to give you an idea what they look like if you haven't seen them, if you didn't know about the update. So we're going to jump into the practice field. We're going to start off with this one, and then we'll jump into the other new formations as well. All right, so this is what the bunch quads diamond looks like. There's some pretty good plays that are built in where you don't even have to make any adjustments. This is one of the best ones right here, honestly. You got the flat off rip and an A coming across the middle like this. That will beat all zone coverages, but the user will most likely pick that up. That's probably the main go-to play, but also this QB blast, because everybody's lined up on that quad side, so is the defense. And because you can't base your defense, they're all going to go and line up on that side. Nobody really in front of, other than the D-line. Like if you get past the D-line, you're gonna get some pretty good yardage. I'm not gonna go over like different route combos you can do, but there is endless combinations. You also got this bunch trail right here, also not a bad play. In all these plays, B is gonna be open like almost instantly because how bad flats are played in NCAA. And also like if you run this right here, if you just put RB on a drag route, like this is an OP play right here. I'm not gonna keep going over like route combos, but I did want to show y'all that because that was something I was kind of messing around with. But this is gonna be the quad diamond. This is new. And if you didn't know, anything that has a quads in it, where there's 4 wide receivers lined up to one side, will cancel out match coverage. So if they come out in a cover 3 match, it's going to play like a regular cover 3. Let's go ahead and jump into a couple other formations. All right, the next new formation we're going to be talking about is going to be gun slot Fwing, and you can find this out of NC State and Liberty. Now, this formation is one of my favorites out of the 8 new formations we got. They have a couple of good plays, like the speed option I like to run, and then this play Texas, really good quick snap play. But let's jump to the practice field and show you more or less what this looks like on the field. All right, so one of my favorite plays out of this formation is definitely going to be this Texas play. The RB tight end slash running back gets open almost every single time. It's basically a clear out for him. But you can also hit the B wide receiver on the corner. You can hit the tight end or the running back. And this is just the default routes. Like, obviously, you can do whatever you want. But just to show you, like, RB gets open almost every single time. It doesn't matter what it is, even against man coverage, because it's like a quick Texas route. That's definitely one of my favorite plays. And then also they have this speed option. If you've seen my other video with, I forgot which team it was, but if you flip the speed option, you have a really good lead block with the tight end slash running back right there. If you just bring the quarterback in and then pitch it out, you have a, like right there, we're already about to get a 1-play touchdown. That's one of my favorite go-to speed options whenever I have that fullback in front of me. Really good formation though. I'm liking this. Again, like you have the PA white cross, a lot of good quick snap plays. And then you also have the good old HB dive down the middle if they are spreading their D-line out. But from here, let's go ahead and jump into a couple other formations. All right, the next 2 formations we're going to talk about together because they're damn near the same formation. And it's going to be the gun split pro far and the gun split pro near. You can also find these in NC State and Liberty. Now, Liberty doesn't have the split pro near, but it does have the split pro far. NC State has all 3, even the play we just talked about. So it did get the most new formations out of any team. I'm not going to go over both on the field. Again, they look exactly the same, but we will go over one, and you can get an idea of what you can do with either one of these formations. So let's go ahead and jump into the practice field and show you what this looks like. So this is what the formation looks like. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan. This play can be pretty good, depending on if they pick up RB. It's a really good just like basic run up the middle, but you can also hit RB. If nobody goes and follows them, you can get some pretty good yards with RB, but this is what it looks like if you throw to them. Again, overall, not my favorite formation out of the 8 new formations we got. I do like this HB split in zone right here. This is a pretty good play where you can run it to the left or to the right because the tight end will pick up. This O-line is not that good. They just keep breaking by. But not a bad formation, just not one of my favorites. Definitely wouldn't be one of my go-tos. And they're both the same. Like I said, you know, they're just flip-flop with the tight end slash fullback and the running back. This is probably the best play out of it. Again, it just depends if they follow or if you can get on the outside like that. But that's what this formation looks like. Let's go ahead and jump into a couple of others. All right, the next formation we're going to be talking about is going to be the gun deuce twins over. You can find this out of Buffalo and Toledo. Not a lot of plays available when it comes to passing. They got some pretty decent runs, like the RPO read U slide is probably the best play out of this formation. But nothing too crazy. This is your only available pass play, which is the PA slide. But let's jump to the practice field and show you more or less what this looks like. Again, the best play is probably this RPO. It can get a little glitchy. It can get a little cheesy. Y will get wide open sometimes. Basically, you're going to read if they back off the RPO, you're going to throw it to the RPO. If the run looks good, take the run. But your best option is really throwing it to Y. A lot of times he will get wide open. Other than this play, though, not a lot to work with when it comes to this formation. I mean, you have your basic inside zone. Again, this is like, and this is so pointless. Look what B does. He just completely just takes himself out of the play. He's not even an available wide receiver. Like literally, look, he just stands there. There's no point of that, like at all. I don't see what use he does when he does that. But yeah, if you're gonna use this formation, 100%, this would be the go-to play. Like I said, you can hit the RPO, you can hit Y coming across, or you can run it with the running back. So not a bad play for this play as an individual, but formation overall, not the best formation. Let's jump to a couple of others. All right, the next formation is going to be the gun tight Y off flex. This is probably one of my favorites out of the new 8 formations. Now, it's not a new formation. We've definitely seen this a few times, but I guess it is new to NCAA, and this is only found in Florida. And it has 2 really good quick snap plays, which is flood levels and also Y cross. Not a bad run play, inside zone in the middle, basic a shotgun run. But again, you are probably going to be rocking with that Y cross and the flood levels. So let's jump to the practice field and show you what this looks like. All right, so again, I think the best play out of this formation is going to be the flood levels. This is a really good quick snap play. You really don't have to make any adjustments. Your check down will obviously be the running back right out the backfield. Again, because this game just does terrible at playing flats, even when you put hard flats out there. But you also have X as a good check down as well, and I think the go-to guy is actually Y. Obviously they have the corner route there available. That would probably be your second or third read, but I think Y is overall the best guy to throw to. If you get time, if it opens up, you can see it got open right there between the 2 vert hooks. It'll be like a last resort. So you have the running back, you have X as a check down, and you have the corner route as a check down, and this is just the default. Like, you can actually do whatever route combos you want, but more or less that's what it looks like. And then actually I don't have it in my audibles. The PA slide is actually not a bad play either. I mean, this is a pretty good stock default play because you can hit Y right here or A. Again, they do a terrible job at guarding the flats. But definitely one of my favorite formations. I could definitely see me doing some crazy route combos with this formation, with how you can motion certain people over. But let's jump into a couple other formations. All right, so again, I think the best play out of this formation is going to be the flood levels. This is a really good quick snap play. You really don't have to make any adjustments. Your check down will obviously be the running back right out the backfield. Again, because this game just does terrible at playing flats, even when you put hard flats out there. But you also have X as a good check down as well, and I think the go-to guy is actually Y. Obviously they have the corner route there available. That would probably be your second or third read, but I think Y is overall the best guy to throw to. If you get time, if it opens up, you can see it got open right there between the 2 vert hooks. It'll be like a last resort. So you have the running back, you have X as a check down, and you have the corner route as a check down, and this is just the default. Like, you can actually do whatever route combos you want, but more or less that's what it looks like. And then actually I don't have it in my audibles. The PA slide is actually not a bad play either. I mean, this is a pretty good stock default play because you can hit Y right here or A. Again, they do a terrible job at guarding the flats. But definitely one of my favorite formations. I could definitely see me doing some crazy route combos with this formation, with how you can motion certain people over. But let's jump into a couple other formations. All right, so like I said, this is probably my favorite play out of this formation. You have good check downs, but Y will beat all zone coverages. This is one of those things that they just basically clear out from if the D-line gives me time. But he'll be right there in a nice little pocket between the safeties and the vert hooks. And they got some really good run plays. I don't have the buck sweep. They also got mesh. I mean, any mesh play is really good. You'll be able to hit the A tight end almost every single time with this play right here. He'll always be open. The double drags are just broken in this game. But also that buck sweep. I know I don't have it, but it's with 2 guards pulling. I don't have it in my audibles. It's probably one of the best run plays out of shotgun, period, no matter what formation. But even this HB base is really good as well. But the buck sweep is basically that with 2 guards pulling instead of 1. But that's what this formation looks like. Let's jump into a couple of others. All right, the last formation we're going to talk about is probably my favorite, which is going to be the gun wing slot over. I was actually using this on stream today, and they have one of the best speed options. They also have a quarterback zone. Overall, this just has some good run plays. But this speed option is OP, especially the way that we like to run it. And some pretty good pass plays. I think the PA Will Curl is one of the best because you have that settle down post route. But let's jump to the practice field and show you more or less what this formation looks like. All right, so this is what the formation looks like, and we're going to primarily just talk about this speed option because, like I said, it's one of the best in the game because it's like you can run it to the heavy side or the weak side and really get good results because of the way you get lead blocks right here. You're just going to pitch it out, and you can see our wide receivers, as long as they put a body in front of their cornerbacks, we can get like a guaranteed 5 yards. But then you can flip it to the weak side, and you can do the pitch glitch where you bring the quarterback in and then pitch it out like this. And if you can kick it to the outside, you can possibly get a 1-play touchdown. But that's basically going to be it for this video. That is the new 8 formations that we got with the new updated NCAA 25.